Om Swastiastu. Good morning, class. Here I will present about designing learning activities and instructional system design. Before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Wulaningdia Anggraini and my ID number is 1911021045. I'm from class B, semester 6. Based on the paper entitled Designing Learning Activities and Instructional System by R. Huang et al., Educational Technology, Lecturer Notes in Educational Technology. These concept maps are planning and implementation of learning activities, and second is instructional system design. In this first discussion, we will discuss learning activities, Bloom's taxonomy, cognitive load theory, and the principle of multimedia learning. Learning activities. Learning activities are certain types of human activities whose main objective are development, knowledge, skills, and competencies. In learning activities in the classroom, the teacher plays a role in the success of students in learning activities with the aim of achieving results, because what students do is more important than what the teacher does. To make or design learning activities better, the focus will be on theories related to these points. For example, Bloom's taxonomies, Sweller's cognitive, and Mayer's multimedia learning principle. And this is Bloom's taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy is a classical classification framework used to analyze learning objectives. Benjamin S. Bloom developed Bloom's taxonomy, which includes learning objectives in 3 domains, namely cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. As discussed earlier, Bloom's taxonomy consists of 3 domains. The domains are: the first is the taxonomy cognitive domain. The cognitive domain includes 6 levels, namely knowledge, understanding, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Second is the taxonomy affective domain. It deals with emotion, attitude, appreciation, and values. The affective domains is divided into 5 categories, namely receiving, responding, judging, organization, and characterization. The third is the taxonomy psychomotor domain. The psychomotor domain concerns things that students may physically do. Next is cognitive load theory. Cognitive load theory was created to enable learners to efficiently obtain information and learning content. Sweller, 2018, distinguished cognitive load into 3 types, namely intrinsic, extraneous, and German. According to Swellers, working memory has a limited capacity, so learning methods should avoid being overloaded with additional activities, which do not directly contribute to learning. Cognitive load theory provides a general framework and has broad implications for the design of learning activities. The fourth one is Mayer's principle of multimedia learning. Mayer's cognitive theory of multimedia learning centers on the idea that the learner seeks to establish meaningful relationship between words and image. This is Mayer's multimedia learning principle are 12. Principle first, coherence principle, signaling principle, redundancy principle, spatial contiguity principle, temporal contiguity principle, segmenting principle, pre-training principle, modality principle, multimedia principle, personalization principle, voice principle, and image principle. Alright, let's get to the second main discussion, namely the design of instructional system. Instructional system planning is an iterative process of planning learning objectives, selecting learning strategies, selecting media, and selecting or creating materials and evaluations. There are many learning design models, for example, ADDIE. The ADDIE models is a framework that showcases the common process that instructional designers and training developers undertake. Morrison, Ross, and Kemp, 2010. The ADDIE model consists of analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. So this is my presentations that I can convey. Thank you for your attention and good morning class. Om Santi 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 Om.